Wow, qué mal va esto. No tengo delitos, no he salido de casa después de cortar. Me he repantingado, pero me he quedado dormido. Y ahora veremos esto, a ver cómo es. Pero vamos. El de EA es otro candidato para que me quede dormido durante el live stream. Ahora mismo esto está parado, pero es que luego voy a cambiar el stream. La cachimba a lo mejor lo hago después. Hostia, Metal Gear no han dicho nada. No había pensado en Metal Gear. Subir a un 4 es pronto para decirlo. A ver qué hacen en la de Sony, honestamente. No sé qué van a hacer. Van a hacer Morpheus, pero no sé qué más. Y en la de EA, bueno. Es que no va a haber muchas sorpresas. Trailer de 6 minutos de Metal Gear. ¿Qué pasa al final con Kojima? ¿Se va o no se va? Se va, ¿no? El directo de YouTube no lo puedo emitir, así que puedo emitir el de Twitch, básicamente. En YouTube las cosas que hacen antes y después son distintas, lo sé. Quedan 4 minutos y 20 y pico. Que Kojima abra su propio estudio, pero tendrá mucho menos presupuesto, entonces. No sé si saldrá una cosa decente que si abre su propio estudio. Estará muy limitado. Este está parado directamente. Me voy a tener que cagar en la puta y poner el otro. Twitch, has ganado. Publicidad. DLCs de Bloodborne. ¿Van a sacar DLCs de Bloodborne? Por cierto, han anunciado el 3. Han puesto cosas. O sea, han anunciado el. Joder. ¿Cómo se llama? Soul. Vale, esto me va mal. ¿Por qué me va mal? Esto antes no me pasaba. ¿Internet? ¿Qué te pasa? Yo estoy emitiendo bien, no he perdido ningún cuadro. ¿Por qué la conexión se ha ido a la mierda? Es cosa de Twitch, espero que sea cosa de Twitch. Me pasa un test de velocidad o algo, a ver.
With all these great AAA titles that are coming out and what's already been announced, like, I think everyone's got to bring it. So, so far, well, Microsoft, Bethesda, obviously, and EA's next in line. So it's kind of like you said, Swifter, that thing that's missing. What is it? What would be the hammer drop? New IP? I don't know. I mean, that's always what you want.
Mass Effect, es verdad, Mass Effect. No sé por qué siempre se me olvida. Tienen que mostrar Mass Effect.
I was like, wait a second, am I hearing this
That's
right?
a good way to put it. Yeah, you're right.
Is that really how it's going to go? So yeah, we're
Espero que no
just a
se
few
corte. Si
minutes
se corta, bajaré la
away,
calidad del este.
from the EA conference, and we didn't really get a chance to talk about Microsoft too much. But one of the big things to come out of there was, of course, the backwards compatibility announcement, and we'll talk about some of the other games. But that was big.
Dark Souls
because when
3,
the consoles
pero no han
were
mostrado nada
announced
realmente.
and everyone was kind of putting their best foot forward. Backwards compatibility was the one area that both Sony and Xbox didn't have happen. So Microsoft always said, "Look, we will make this happen with an update sometime," and they've finally done it. But like your initial reactions to this, I saw you kind of gasp a little bit.
Yeah, how are they going to do it? It's going to be via cloud. The Microsoft Cloud will be just emulation. So I'm waiting for more details and see how they actually approach
I mean,
that.
they said native, so I'm assuming I'm just going to be able to grab my discs and be like, boop, and we're going.
Yeah, because they mentioned there was this. They said, you know, we won't make you pay for the games you already own, and everyone was like, yeah, and I was kind of like, yeah.
Well, wait a second, I already own these.
Why are we clapping for
that?
that?
I know,
Duh.
Was that a jab
so
at like Sony or something?
Va, que sí. A quitar la voz de los tíos estos. Pero tiene que empezar esto ya. Y lo celebraré poniendo esto. Callar. Se han quitado los cascos, ahora tienen por lo menos pinganillos. Tiene que empezar ya. ¿Por qué no estáis empezando?
Maybe it did, and I missed it. No, this was I'm talking about like 2-3 years ago when motion controls were the thing, right? We're moving on now. It's VR, or in this case,
a ver, EA.
So EA is coming up in just a moment. Don't forget, we've also got Ubisoft.
Joder, las tazas tienen
Sony
buena pinta,
at the
eso
end of
mola.
the day. Pretty much the same order that
Pero es que pensaba que había salido ya porque lo anunciaron hace bastante tiempo.
But want to also remind you guys, we've got the digital ticket from Bundle.
Está empezando ya, se supone.
Underneath the video player to actually click on that and see all the great things that are being offered. There's our schedule for the entire day. I also want to give a shout out to Teradek because without them and their technology, we wouldn't be able to bring you all these amazing conferences live from our studio here. So the afternoon's just begun. We're hitting about 1 o'clock. We're going to go into EA, go into Ubisoft. We've still got a ton of announcements revealed. Hopefully the guys have been enjoying all the content. But
30 segundos, no, tiene que empezar ya, básicamente.
Nope, this isn't your last chance, guys. It's time for EA. Their presser is live. This is E3 Live powered by
Vale,
Twitch,
EA. No creo que dure mucho el día, por lo menos.
after EA.
Pero tienen cosas que anunciar, se supone. Esto ya ha empezado, de hecho. Copyright, copyright. Un juego de Minority Report. ¿No? Destiny. Destiny. O tal vez no. ¿Más Effect? ¿Más Effect? No me he pegado la música. No me pega la música. Puede no ser humano ese tío. Por el casco. Aunque lo será. Típico. Muéstrame más. No lo llaméis Mass Effect, por Dios, no confundáis. Vale, Andrómeda. No llaméis Mass Effect, no confundáis a la población, no reiniciéis la saga si apenas tiene tanto tiempo. Vale, 2016. Oh. Han empezado fuerte.
Andromeda from our storytellers at BioWare. Welcome everyone to our show here at Shrine Expo Hall in Los Angeles. Thanks to those of you watching on our live stream, and thanks to our audience here with us today. We're joined by players from our community, journalists from around the world, and our colleagues and partners from our great industry. This year, we're also excited to be hosting more than 300 high school and university students from across Greater Los Angeles.
La pregunta es, igual que en el 3, ¿tendrás perro? Aunque sea DLC. Voy a bajarlo, no estoy traduciendo. Los juegos que van a mostrar, o bien los podrás jugar este año o el siguiente, como todos, pero vale.
For us at EA, our passion for play is what inspires us to get up in the morning. It's what focuses us.
Coincido, superficial y pedante, no está diciendo nada. Si os queda pillo, intentad actualizar. A veces funciona. Superficial y pedante.
Play is our shared passion.
Jugar nos encanta, es que es lo de todos. Vale, en los próximos minutos veremos 3 nuevas IPs y una de ellas es una cosa totalmente nueva, que nadie se lo espera. Star Wars, Mirror's Edge, lo que ya se sabía y Mass Effect se esperaba. Terminarán con Star Wars Battlefront, lo mostrarán lo último.
Putting players first continues to be our focus at Electronic Arts. It's a commitment that inspires everything that you're going to see here today. More games to play brought to life by our talented teams pioneering new ideas with cutting-edge new technology. More ways to play driven by what we learn each day through our conversations with you. Thank you.
Bla 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 bla.
No, thank you.
Que nuestras tecnologías son las mejores y somos la polla, básicamente. Ah, retorno de Need for Speed. ¿Será de Criterion esta vez? Coincido, superficial y pedante. Las cosas que dicen los trailers nunca son nada interesantes. Copyright, copy, todos los copyright. Me va a bajar el volumen bastante, que le den por culo, esto va a pillar copyright, me da igual. ¿Cómo te recuerdas? No han mostrado nada, perfecto, empezamos bien. Del Mass Effect realmente no han mostrado nada, de este tampoco han mostrado nada. Hay coches, sí, cabía esperar, incluso puede que haya carreteras. No, eso no ha sido. ¿Esto es el nuevo Need for Speed? No, no ha mostrado nada. Putas cinemáticas. Claro, estamos trayendo 20 años de historia de Need for Speed para crear el Need for Speed definitivo. Bla, 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 bla. Muéstramelo.
Build reputation and earn their respect on your journey to become the ultimate icon. From dusk to dawn, discover a rich open world environment that's roughly twice the size of Rivals and drive the sweeping hills.
El escenario será el doble de grande que el Rivals,
with tight city corners. You can explore it, race it and own it.
Tonterías. Va a utilizar el Frostbite.
Or in game, from the realistic world to the iconic cars. But how do you make it your own? By delivering the richest customization ever seen in a Need for Speed game.
Será la mejor customización nunca jamás vista en un Need for Speed. Ya veremos.
This is the customization our fans have been asking for. And when you're behind the wheel, we're bringing you a new kind of narrative that will pull you through your experience.
Y que tendrá una narrativa profunda y que te... Bah. ¿Quién le importa la historia? A nadie, vale.
Every second, every minute propels your progression through our 5 ways to play. First, with speed. Fully focused on top speed and maximum adrenaline. Next is style. Sliding, jumping, dancing your car across the fully open world in a cloud of smoke.
Mostrarme el juego, no esto. Pero lo importante es ahora, perros. No me cuentes las sensaciones que vamos a vivir en el juego. Muéstrame el puto juego. Oh. ¿Podéis saber esto mostrando la de Microsoft? Igual que los de... los indies y todos estos. Te persiguen policías y todo eso. ¿Y tendrá multijugador de verdad o será social de mierda? Ah, puede que sí que lo muestren. Vale, menos mal, santo Dios.
It took him 4 hours just to fit one wide-body flare. Folks came and left. You know, an artistic mind grows bored with perfection. But the Nakai-san, every panel was a single brushstroke. It was a masterpiece.
Precisely why I'm worried he'll never come.
Don't worry. They'll come.
¿Pero han puesto imágenes reales mezclado con lo del juego? Porque es lo que me ha parecido, vamos. Pornografía de coches, fantástico. Customización, vale, bien. Rojo corre más, o sea, el tío sabe lo que hace. Publicidad, bien. Puedes poner a tus marcas favoritas en el coche. ¿Vas a jugar? Va a jugar, no me lo puedo creer.
Yo, guys, some big names in town. Let's get out there and get noticed.
Manu just asked to meet up.
Ultimate shred, man. Seriously, this is gonna be off the hook.
La animación del coche parece un poco pre-alfa, por lo menos en esa parte de atrás. Ahora veamos cómo se maneja. No, esas cámaras no van a estar en el juego, lo siento. Lo dudo mucho. Podría haber esas cámaras, pero será súper desconcertante y nada útil. Buah, el motion blur es acojonante. Quiero decir, no veo lo que hay delante mío. Veo... Wow. Están poniendo un montón de efectos para emborronar la pantalla. Va a ser difícil ver. ¿Por qué el Frostbite es sinónimo de que te cieguen todas las luces? Y todo. Poca claridad hay. Los gráficos son bonitos y tal, pero... wow, o sea, te emborronan la pantalla con tonterías. Con efectos luminosos y cosas así. Destrucción de vehículos, me parece que todavía no hay daño de vehículos. Se está ralentizando de vez en cuando, ¿eh? Pues si caes que derrapas para un lado, tiene que ponerse la cámara girando así hacia el lado en plan Matrix. Va a ser súper desconcertante. Va a ser complicado hacer nada. A lo mejor no se me ha oído porque tenía el sonido muy alto del juego. Que ponga los ángulos de cámara, eso va a ser súper desconcertante. Old Republic, ¿ya? Ah, perdón, Old Republic, vale, ¿qué cojones? Nuestro juego es muy bueno, por eso no pudo estarse como de pago. Se está ralentizando el stream. Esto es nuevo. Vamos a darles más historia en el juego. Historia de plan BioWare.
I'm proud to announce that we are taking Star Wars The Old Republic back to the roots of BioWare-style storytelling with the release of our new expansion, Knights of the Fallen Empire. This is your story, your way.
Una nueva expansión con más historia, básicamente. En octubre. ¿Por qué subió el volumen otra vez? ¿Qué nuevo DLC de historia? DLC no, expansión de historia de este juego, del Old Republic.
The expansion will deliver on the hallmarks of what makes a great BioWare game. New worlds to explore, new companions to recruit, and a dynamic story that players will be able to shape based on the choices they make. And in appreciation of our players' support over the years, Knights of the Fallen Empire will be
y que va a ser en plan BioWare, porque son los que lo hacen, y que habrá muchas decisiones y que importarán y todo eso. Vale. Ah, van a mostrar gameplay. O algo así. O un tráiler. Unidos por la ambición, bla bla bla, lo oscuro. Destinados a conquistar dos hermanos. O algo así. Pues vale, no he jugado a Old Republic ni tampoco me interesa especialmente en el futuro cercano. Historia parece interesante. El trailer parece un poco spoileador, pero vale.
That's a massive new expansion from BioWare, and the first Star Wars game we will show you today. Star Wars Battlefront comes a little later, but there's a lot more to get to first. Across EA Studios, we are all creators. It's a role we take very seriously to imagine, build, and deliver the experiences that will inspire and amaze all of you as players. For us, players first take on a very special meaning. It all starts with gameplay. Whether it's a blockbuster franchise or something entirely fresh and new, it all comes back to how well it actually plays. But it's not just
que dice que la jugabilidad es lo más importante, ¿vale?
We're listening to you, your feedback every day.
Os escuchamos a la comunidad muchísimo, muchísimo, muchísimo. Nos importa lo que digáis un montonaco. Y ahora deportes, venga.
The direct conversation we have with you is where we can come together as players and game makers.
Oops.
The shared passion we have for play drives creativity in all our games, including the next two original IPs we're about to show you. The first one is unlike anything else you'll see here today. A year ago, I went to see this group called Coldwood in northern Sweden.
Creo que esta es la IP nueva.
I saw the game they're making, I knew we had to bring it to all of you. It's an experience that is emotional and deeply.
Es una experiencia que es emocionante y no sé qué gilipolleces. Acabas de decir antes que el gameplay es lo más importante. Deja de hablar de experiencias. Oh, odio el diálogo este que siempre te meten. No son juegos, son experiencias. Pikmin. Son... Pikmin. Spider-Man. Hola, Pikmin. Little Big Pikmin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Martin Salin, and that is Yarny, and I'm going to tell you all about that in a moment.
Hola, soy francés.
Let me first just say that it feels so great to be here on this stage. I'm just so happy to finally be here and get to show you all this game that we made. This little thing called Unravel. I'm the creative director at Coldwood. We're a little studio made up of 14 people from Umeå.
Ah, no es francés, es de... ¿Dónde he dicho? Un poco más al norte, no me acuerdo.
They have the ability to grab you and move you in a way that few other art forms can.
Los videojuegos te mueven y te emocionan y... esas cosas. Estoy emocionado ya.
Unravel was created in that spirit. It was born out of the need to make something more personal.
Emocionarme con los deportes, por favor. Es un plataformas puzzle.
And the yarn, it represents love and the bonds that we make. And it unravels because that's what happens when we're separated from what we love.
Es un puzzle de plataformas, no es nada nuevo. Es verdad, es la versión de descuento de Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg se ha puesto a diseñar videojuegos. Está nervioso bastante, ¿eh? Wow, está nerviosísimo, me hago tiemblar. ¿Qué tatuajes es en los dedos? Que alguien le dé una tila.
I wander around in the woods. I was putting yarn in different situations and snapping pictures and figuring out fun ways that you could use your yarn. And I wanted the whole game to feel just like that too. Like it's an exploration. It's a quest where you have to be clever and creative to find the proper path. And the game is centered on Yarny. This little character was on a big journey and accomplishing big things.
Ese tío le gusta demasiado su muñeco.
The gameplay is all physics-based. You have to find a way forward and overcome all these obstacles that you'll come across. And those problems can have simple solutions, like using your yarn to swing across a gap.
Los gráficos son buenos. Puede ser la baja calidad del stream, pero parecían fotos algunas. Lo cual va a ser extraño. Here I am, and I am really, really glad that I finally get to share this game with you all. Unravel. Thank you.
Unravel means a lot to us at Coldwood. We put our hearts into this, and we hope that when you play it, you will feel that. So,
pero va a ser un puzzle de plataformas. Al final, tanto emoción, tanto entusiasmo. Es un puzzle de plataformas. Al final de la historia te vas a deshilachar y ya está. Creo que va a ser el giro argumental. Uy, parece que hay poco tiempo para reaccionar. Es como... hay que estar atento. Oh Dios, la ardilla es el demonio. Pero hay perros. Habrá perros. ¿Será el jefe final? Porque si la ardilla era eso. O la rata esa, lo que fuera. Era un conejete, ¿no? Y murió. El bicho de hilos. Oh. Sí, un puzzle de plataformas, pero prácticamente parece que lo único que hay que hacer es engancharte a todo. Y ya está. La solución a todos los problemas es spamear el botón de engancharte, yo creo. Bien. Has conseguido una flor. Gráficos son bonitos. ¿En serio? ¿Otra vez? Ah, han de iros a tomar por culo. Nope. No. Pongan Highway to the Danger Zone con los zombies.
Go big, go crazy, have fun.
Payum, planta zombies, ya. Es todo lo que van a decir.
When we released Garden Warfare in 2014, it quickly became a runaway hit.
¿Fue en el 2014 cuando sacaron ese juego? ¿El año pasado solamente? ¿Solo fue el año pasado cuando salió el juego este? ¿Y están sacando ya otro? ¡Wow!
Dr. Zomboss, the evil genius leader of the zombies, has finally discovered a way to turn the tide of battle and take suburbia from the plants. We put you in an all-new world where for the first time in franchise history, the plants are on the attack.
Ahora las plantas atacan a los zombies. Y hay nuevas clases de personajes.
Each armed with outrageous weapons and abilities that will introduce a new strategic layer of depth to your battles. Now, here to give you your very first look with a live gameplay demo.
Un juego en directo, una demo en directo. Call of Duty plantas.
Hello and welcome to Z-Tech Industries. Today we're getting our first look at a brand new map, Zomboss Factory, built by Dr. Zomboss as part of his ongoing war effort to create Zomburbia. Today is not gonna be an ordinary day.
Nah, no me interesa especialmente el juego este. Zombies, plantas, ya está. No, claro, para no este que sea dualmente, espero que no, no sé qué más van a poner.
gameplay of our new 4-player zombie co-op mode, Graveyard Ops. Our first new class is the Imp.
Primera clase, el Imp. Ah, ahora defiendes con los zombies. Es el más pequeño y más rápido de los zombies. Super zombie este. Se llama distinto, pero da igual, es solamente a melee. Decían según tiraba un rayo láser. Pero vamos, que es mejor a melee. A cuerpo a cuerpo. Ahora las plantas son más feas para que no te dé tanto reparo pegarles. Y pirata, zombie. Que no han dicho nada de él que yo haya oído. Ahora, es el campero. Y tiene un barril. Al Call of Duty le han crecido las malas hierbas. Experiencia cinemática. Va a salir la tercera. Jefe.
Looks like the Imp is going to need something just a little bit bigger.
Ah, tiene un robot, vale. El Imp va a estar cheto con la tontería. Al final.
Awesome teamwork, everyone. It's time to evacuate.
Y después de terminar tienen que evacuar por algún motivo. ¿No se gasta el super robot? ¿Para qué querría ser pequeño siquiera nunca? Por la rapidez, supongo, pero... Oh, en lugar de entrar voy a hacer el canelo. Van a poner la típica escena en la que se van a enfrentar el tronco y este. O algo así, y va a hacer la transición a la pantalla del título. O esto. Más efectos, ojalá hubiera mostrado algo. Pero bueno. Ahora los zombies son los buenos, supongo. Podemos tener distintas clases, no son tan genéricos.
So, Graveyard Ops, our zombie co-op mode we just saw, was our #1 most fan-requested feature. Now, a close second.
Lo que más nos pidieron fue eso, meter un modo en los que los zombies manejas a los zombies.
Modern Warfare 2, you can play multiplayer with or against your friends. And for the very first time, we are introducing a unique solo play experience.
Van a meter un modo un solo jugador. Puedes jugar tú solo contra inteligencia artificial. Pensaba que era una cosa que se podía hacer ya. Se ve que no. Ahora es Titanfall, ahora tiene titanes, o sea que sí. Y hay que evacuar, es cierto.
the ability to transfer almost all of their unlocked characters directly into Garden Warfare 2.
Se van a poder transferir casi todos los personajes del primero al segundo, pero no ha dicho que todos, ha dicho casi todos.
Now, Garden Warfare 2 will launch in spring 2016, but this is just the beginning.
Saldrá el 16
We feel that if you invest your time in our game, that we should invest in you with free content updates. We will continue to deliver free content.
Habrá actualizaciones gratuitas, se supone.
To ensure that Zomburbia stays action-packed. Now, we're working really, really hard to make sure that the world of Garden Warfare is crazy, hilarious, and most of all, fun to play. We thank you for all of the input you've given us, and we cannot wait for you to get your hands on this all-new Plants vs. Zombies game. So thank you, and I'll see you in Zomburbia.
Vale. Dedica un poco más de tiempo a esto de lo que esperaba. Lo que ha de generar el concepto de plantas contra zombies. Originalmente. Tiene que ser otros 3. ¡Oh, Dios! Ya empieza. No tengo nada que decir. ¡Deportes! ¡Deportes! Disfrutar. Yo me voy a dormir.
Not for yourself, but for the man next to you. That's what separates us from them. Winners from losers. It's been a long, hard season, but here we are. One more shot. Play the next 20 minutes for each other, and leave the ice as champions.
Avísame cuando salga Mirror Sets. Me des un toque. Yo paso. No ha terminado ni el puto trailer todavía.
Team is at the heart of hockey. And this year it's at the heart of NHL 16. And nowhere is that more
Encima es
true
que van a
than in our
hablar.
new EA Sports
Es un...
Hockey League for the ultimate in team competition. This year we spent more time listening and working with fans than ever before. And that feedback is helping us create innovation throughout NHL 16. Today I'd like to talk about great things happening across EA Sports. So let's keep going with that theme of innovation. On July the 14th, Rory McIlroy PGA Tour launches as the first EA Sports game built using our Frostbite engine, opening up the golf experience.
Usa el Frostbite.
With the ability to stream full courses, players will truly be able to play the ball as it lies, no matter where it lands. Plus, no load times between holes shaves up to 15 minutes off your round. We've got stunning real-world courses and epic fantasy experiences. I mean, look at that. Very cool. This is golf without limits. Now, EA Sports Ultimate Team is where you build, manage, and play with your personal dream team. It connects our games to the heartbeat of sport throughout the season and beyond. We're constantly feeding Ultimate Teams with new content, so every time you jump in, it feels fresh. In fact, this year we delivered double the new content to Ultimate Teams than last season. Ultimate Teams are the most popular way to play across all of EA Sports, and we're committed to ensuring a safe and secure play environment. So no matter your sport, Ultimate Team will be fun and fair for everyone. And we want you to get the most out of your game. So this year, we're going to make you a better player. If you're new to EA Sports, we want to get you in the game. If you're a veteran
¿Está
player,
haciendo
we want to take your
un
skills
resumen
to
de
the
todos
next
los
level.
juegos de deportes?
New modes in FIFA and NHL give you contextual feedback on how to make better crosses or how to snipe that perfect wrist shot. And here, in Madden NFL, we've got training right in the game. There's even on-screen help to get you the skills and game knowledge to get right in. So, let's move on to our next big game. Here is NBA Live executive producer, Sean O'Brien.
¿Para qué? No sé ni para qué me he ido.
Thank you, sir.
No sé qué espero ver.
Basketball is a game of self-expression. NBA superstars constantly amaze me with their flair, both on and off the court. Now check out that outfit. And you know what? NBA Live 16 is rooted in self-expression. This comes to life in both how you look and how you play, so that your entire in-game journey is all about you. And it's made possible through a feature set requested by basketball video game players because we make it a priority to listen to you. And what you see today is a direct result of that. It starts with self-expression off the court, with a brand new app that features our exclusive GameFace HD scanning tech. And I want to show you just how easy to use and how good you're going to look in game. Now we've got our NBA Live community manager, the Hoop God, here to help you. Come on up here, Hoop God. Where are you? There you are. All right.
What's up? How you doing, man?
All right.
I see LA's been good to you.
Oh, really?
Light work.
All right. All right, Hoop God. So let's show them how to do this. Here you go. Here's the app. I'll hold your hat for you. Pause right there. So you can see he's trying to fill his face in this circle right there. Pressing the camera gut. That's right. Slowly to the right. Back to the middle, and now to the left.
Soy 39.
And that's it. So what's happening right now, the app is actually generating a scan. It takes about 5 seconds.
¿Cuánto tiempo van a dedicarse a los deportes? Dios, no
It's going
puedo
to generate a preview for us. Oh, it's ready. Here we
Todos
go.
los
Let's
años
take a
lo
look.
mismo, joder, EA.
Damn, that looks just like me.
Puta madre.
There we go.
Oh, whoa. You're going to fix the ball spot, though, right?
Oh, yeah, we'll take care of that in game. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Normal.
NBA Live 16 hits the street September 29th, and this app will be available before the game launches.
So, get ready to
Es
get
igual que el
yourself
año
fresh
pasado.
people just like me, the Hoop God.
All right, Hoop God, thanks for your help.
All right, man.
Get out of here. So in just a few minutes, the HD scan brings you to life in the
No voy a
game,
gastar
just
una
like the
neurona en
NBA
esta
stars.
gilipollez. Paso.
Hoop God scanned himself last week so
Lo
we can
mismo
all
que todos
see
los
what he
putos
looks like
años.
in game. Pretty hot. If you've ever wanted to be in a video game, trust me, GameFace HD is the easiest and best way to get it done, and you'll only find it in NBA Live. Now, once you're in game, you'll be able to express yourself any way you choose. As you progress, you'll use global XP earned from across the entire game to up your swag and improve your skill set. Now let's take a look at self-expression on the court. We are laser focused on giving you unparalleled control and best-in-class animation fidelity. First, we spent 2 years building a physics-based player movement system called Live Motion. Now, using an innovative approach to motion capture, we've literally created thousands of new animations. And paired with runtime physics, this results in contextual, free-flowing movement, like what you'd expect to see on the basketball court. Now, this dynamic nature of live motion keeps you in control of your player's movement. You won't feel like you're stuck in a scripted animation. This will truly free your game.
Ay, Dios
Second,
santo.
completely
La
rebuilt
gente
passing
que
and
juega
catching
estos juegos
systems
no ve
will
el
allow you to
E3,
distribute the
suda los
ball
huevos, saben que el año
exactly
que viene
when
va a venir
and where
otro,
you
lo van a
want
comprar como
with touch passing
estúpidos
and dribble
borregos.
handoffs. This gives you never seen before options to move the ball around the perimeter. Next, let's take a look at the pick and roll. It's the bread and butter of today's NBA. And in these situations, NBA Live 16 gives you the type of control you've been asking for. Screen and rescreen. Choose whether the screener rolls, pops, or slips. Now you can choose how you defend it by showing, trapping the ball, or even switching. Finally, our players have also told us that they want more control when shooting the basketball. We've created a new shot system that gives you full control to release the ball when you want. So the longer you actually hold the button press, the later you'll release, giving you complete control of your shot in situations all over the court. We've never had this level of gameplay control before. So for those of you at E3, please come by and check it out. You really have to feel it to know just how much these new controls change the game. And later this summer, we're going to be revealing a new game mode. And let's just say we're committed to delivering a reliable and stable place to play basketball online with your friends. It's time to rise together. Now let's take a look at our trailer featuring footage captured entirely from in-game.
Encima tienen un trailer, por supuesto tienen un trailer. Oh,
This one is for the trunk. Wake up the neighborhood when the dump. Rather is ride bass and easy rock and punk. Like my old Reeboks. If you pop or punk, meaning I rock nothing and no one can stop me. What I do, stop the stuff. Why not? I'm young, probably seen more Versace and pop and pun words. Migos, I move words by the kilo heard. I used to move birds with my amigos. It up,
me voy a acabar durmiendo de verdad con la tontería. Y le van a dar por culo. Me va a dar por culo.
I'm about to turn it.
That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Let's run this back.
Good afternoon. Let's talk about mobile. It's the single biggest gaming platform in the world. The sheer appetite for mobile games is staggering.
No.
Last year, we downloaded our games more than 750 million times across our consumers. That's 2 million times a day in more than 235 countries and territories. Most impressive, this year, players have already logged more than 400,000 years of gameplay. And we're always making our games more exciting. With Need for Speed No Limits, we're pushing smartphones and tablets further than ever. We're also inspired by new devices.
Wow.
FIFA 15 Ultimate Team mobile players are obsessed with building squads, so we made it easy for them to manage their auctions right from their Apple Watch. We're delivering the amazing franchises you love most, from Madden to the Simpsons Countdown. But that's not all. I'm excited to announce that later this year, we're bringing you a brand new CCG role-playing game, Star Wars
cartas. Vamos a suponer que son cartas. Vamos a suponer que son más putas cartas.
Loaded with characters you know and love. From the prequels and classic trilogies to the Clone Wars and more. It's a massive game that spans the entire Star Wars universe. You can collect, battle, and dominate with your favorite Star Wars characters and ships. And finally, let's welcome Mike Rasmussen.
Son juegos de móviles. Suda la polla.
Nice.
Por lo menos han terminado con los deportes, creo.
Delightfully flawed and truly original as the Minions. I mean, seriously, who has not dreamed of having an army of these little guys? Well, through an unprecedented creative partnership with Illumination Entertainment, we're bringing that fantasy to life. Minions Paradise is a builder game that introduces you to Phil, a sweet yet subversive minion who's exclusive to the game.
Hide your bananas! The Minions are on the vacation of their lives. And what fun! There's Charlie and his balloon animals. Barry and his famous burritos. Ken and his delicious cakes. Ah, and Phil. He usually ruins everything. Hey, Phil, maybe you can keep to yourself here. Do some harmless sunbathing. Oh no, Phil! Oh, Phil, look what you've done. Your buddies are furious that you've ruined their awesome vacation. You better do something quick. I think you'll need to do a little more than that.
All right, let's take a look at the game. Hi, Phil. First things first, what paradise would be complete without a tiki lounge? And Phil loves his tiki lounge. Check it out, Phil. Now the Tiki Lounge becomes a focal point for the game, where you'll get quests and check in on Phil and his progress. Maybe this will help him win over his pals. Well, here come Phil's
Pues estos
buddies,
no son de la
but they're
película
still
esta,
angry.
¿cómo se llame? O sea que encima es de una...
Phil better act quick, so he gets the
¿Por qué
party
están
started with some
perdiendo
coconut
tiempo en
drinks.
esto?
But now he's out of coconuts. Hey
Porque
Phil, send your
siquiera están
buddies out
perdiendo
for
tiempo en
more.
esto.
What could go wrong, right?
Dime cuántas horas tienes que esperar
Well,
para
with
que
the
yo que sé,
minions, pretty much
puedas hacer que
anything
caiga
can
un
go
coco
wrong.
del
We always
puto
want you to be
árbol.
surprised and delighted by the trouble the minions get into. And we worked hand in hand with Illumination to create these unexpected moments that make this world come to life. I love that. You combine items in the island to create things that every minion needs, like throwing stars or swamp gas grenades. And you'll explore the island to find new activities to keep your minions' vacation going, like this water slide. Or fishing, which quickly goes haywire when an alligator snaps the bait and suddenly you're water skiing. We give you a blank canvas to create your own Minions paradise, and we can't wait for you to play this later this year. With endless surprises and chances to play with your minions, this is a vacation you'll never forget. And that's Minions Paradise. Thank you.
The king of football, Pelé.
No.
For me, the best player ever.
No.
Football is in my heart, in my feet, in my body, in my soul. It has power like no other sport.
¿Deportes?
It lifts an entire nation. It has the power to take our breaths away, to make us laugh, cry, and rejoice. I've scored over 1,000 goals. The only player to win 3 World Cups. Voted Player of the Century. My legacy? To be the man that creates more moments of beauty than anybody else. Will my beauty ever be matched? We will see.
Llevan 50 minutos de conferencia. Llevan 50 minutos de conferencia y están otra vez con esto. O sea, llevan 50 minutos de conferencia y ahora hablarán del puto FIFA. ¿Cuánto va a durar esto? Va a durar 1 hora y media. ¿Sabéis que no quiero venir a ver? ¿Sabéis que no quiero venir a ver en el E3? Famosos. ¿Qué no he venido a ver? ¿Qué no he venido a ver en el E3? Famosos hablando de cosas. Pelea, habrás hecho cosas muy importantes en el fútbol. No me importa, no me gusta el fútbol. Oh, Dios, odio la forma de hacer conferencias de EA. Todos los años lo puto mismo. Todos los años lo mismo. Yo no estoy. A mi casa.
No, first of all, thank you for the beautiful welcome. That is the family of the sport, the family of football. Thank you. When we started to promote the soccer in the United States,
si ellos quieren hacer perder el tiempo, pues que lo hagan. Yo no voy a concederles un minuto de atención.
With the giant stage, the American football there. And then
¿por qué se piensan que es una buena forma de hacer L3 estos? Todos los años igual.
Es soccer. Soccer es algo bonito. American football. Then I say, American football is too much bumpy, too much stronger.
Ni siquiera están mostrando el juego.
I started to tease
darle un mando a Pelé por lo menos.
From New York. Then that's the reason we say the jogo bonito become the beautiful game. It's a beautiful.
So I wanted everyone to hear that story because for me it's an amazing tale about how that phrase kind of came about to represent football or soccer, and we really wanted to kind of take that idea of the expression and flair from the game of football and put it into FIFA, which is what the team have been working on this year. But the other thing I really wanted to ask you about is when you think about those moments, those beautiful moments in the game of football, and think about recent matches. What do you think of? What thing springs to mind?
No, first of all, we have to be very careful when you see the game, when you was in the game. Yeah. Because when you stay in the game, as I have my 25 years there, lot of emotion, lot of things happen, you know. I think I told you about I score a lot of goal bicycle. It's a beautiful bicycle kick. You know?
Pero es que encima le habrán pagado un dinero importante para que venga aquí. Que no es por quitarle mérito a Pelé, pero es que no hacía falta nadie le hubiera importado que Pelé no hubiera estado aquí. ¿Por qué
you remember, I'm going to tell for the youngest, when I scored 1,000 goals, was a big party, you know, the whole Brazil waited. I thought, okay, oh God, maybe I'm going to go by head, go by bicycle, beautiful goal. Then it was a penalty kick.
No puedo.
Penalty kick. But it was more difficult, moment in my life, because I put the ball in a mark. Then I start, oh my God, I cannot miss. I cannot miss. It was a penalty kick, but it was more difficult for me. So I think this is what the game brings to you, because it's no different moment, you know.
Awesome. I mean, again, just that idea of depending on the situation or the circumstance, the fact that's what makes it beautiful. It can be a single moment or it could be everything strung together.
Depending on the moment. For example, I have in my career, I have a lot of moments. You know? For example, my first World Cup, I was with 16 years old to 17.
Está hablando de su primera Copa del Mundo. Qué interesante me parece. Me parece súper interesante. Traducirlo vosotros, no pienso.
Sweden.
Ya digo, no me voy a gastar la neurona.
Everything new for us. You know? Even when we travel to Sweden.
No es interesante esto para nadie. No tiene nada que ver con el juego.
When I get
no tiene nada que ver con nada.
My first traveling outside of Brazil, 16 years old, I went there. The girls from Sweden, the blonde girl, she started to put them on my hair. I didn't understand well. No, my older players, because we have interpreted, it was the different, emotion, because it was completely different. Fortunately, Brazil won the World Cup. I was 17. It was a different moment.
Amazing. So I think we could probably sit here forever. You talk about beautiful moments. This is a really beautiful moment for me personally. Thank you so much for coming here. I'm sure everyone is amazed by this. Thank you.
Keep the ball rolling.
What a legend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you.
Woo. Y ahora mostrarán las imágenes del propio juego, claro.
That was kind of unbelievable. But, we do have to actually get on and start to talk about the beautiful game in FIFA 16. Because gameplay's always been the soul of FIFA. This year, obviously, we want to innovate across the entire pitch. We have tons of innovations in our gameplay this year, but we also want to help you compete at a higher level. And also give you new ways to play. And each of these massive pillars within the game has been built with the millions of FIFA fans out there in mind. So, let's get to the pitch and see the most balanced FIFA yet. When playing the game, you want confidence in defence. You want to be able to defend with purpose and backbone. So in FIFA 16, all new defensive agility gives you the mobility you need to track skilled players, especially when they're on the break. And teams really win when they defend as a unit. So this year, you'll have better defensive shape on the pitch to help break down attacks and counter-attack when you win the ball. And in the middle of the pitch, you'll control the midfield, the battleground of any great match. Interception intelligence helps shut down options and close dangerous passing channel. And on the counter, passing with
No es que de
purpose lets
repente
you
vaya a
play
ser en el
sharp
campo de
passes to
fútbol
slice through
mi
defenders.
Rosets.
It's now
O
a
sea,
more considered build-up
cuando
through the
termine
midfield,
esto
with
ya
more
voy a
options
intentar
than ever
prestar
before.
atención.
And in the
Por ahora
final
bajo
third,
mínimos.
you want more moments of magic,
No puedo
more skills,
con
better
esto.
dribbling, all so you can create menacing attacks. And sometimes the best touch is the one that you don't take. So we've captured the movement of today's best player to bring you no-touch dribbling. Free yourself from the ball to buy time. Create separation and blow by your defender, just as Messi does when he's at his best. It's near limitless creativity and changes the game profoundly. And when you're in on goal, clinical finishing helps you create those wow moments only FIFA can deliver. From box to box, from sideline to sideline, we're innovating across literally every inch of the pitch so you can play your way. And for every fan, we're giving you the ability to compete at a higher level. Whether you're new to FIFA or play every season, FIFA Trainer will help dial up your game no matter your level. The controller language you see here on screen will change as you move around the pitch and bring you options sure to help you play better defense, make better passes and hopefully score more goals. And this year, finally, we're giving you an amazing new way to play. For the first time ever in the FIFA franchise, women's teams are in the game. We've been working on this for years, and it's at the level of authenticity that FIFA's known for, thanks to our motion capture technology and our body and facial scanning. And our gameplay engine and physics engine give us the right platform to build out player-specific models and animations specific to the best female athletes in the world. It's huge news for the franchise and something myself and the FIFA team are immensely proud of. So, a balanced experience across the whole game, innovation across the entire pitch, complete at a higher level and new ways to play. And that's just the start. We have news on the rest of the game throughout the summer as we continue to make FIFA 16 a beautiful experience. And finally, I know it's unforgettable, I just want to remind you that Pelé was on stage with me about 3 minutes ago. How crazy was that? But now, to commemorate this huge moment, along with Pelé and our friend Leo Messi, we're dropping a special item into the account of all our loyal FIFA 15 Ultimate Team players. So go check it out at the end of the press conference, and let's take a look at the beautiful game in FIFA 16.
No va a terminar nunca. No va a terminar. Son ha pasado ya una hora. Ha pasado una puta hora.
The game played by the entire planet. The game that brings us together. The game made up of many faces. But the beauty is in the moments. Powerful. Suspenseful. Stunning. Spine-tingling. But for as much beauty as I have created, for as much beauty as I have experienced, I know I have seen nothing yet. But what is beauty?
Me va a obligar a levantarme esto.
If you cannot experience it. FIFA 16. Play beautiful.
¿Ya? A ver, esto tiene pinta de mi Rosette.
What would life be like if we willingly gave away our privacy? What would our world look like if there were no governments, only corporations? Who would save us from our oppressors, from ourselves? Could a young girl without any superpowers
¿Quién nos salvará de la
be
presión? Bla,
a
bla,
catalyst
bla,
for change?
bla, bla.
These are questions.
Se está petando el live stream, me cago en la puta. Ahora que por fin ha terminado el puto FIFA. ¡Wow! Se ha caído, se les ha caído el live stream. Ahora que va a haber algo interesante, se les ha caído. Voy a cambiar al de EA, a ver si cuela. Ahora es cuando se peta. Ahora es cuando se peta. Ahora que van a mostrar el Mirror 6 es cuando se peta. No, no me lo puedo creer. No puede ser. Ahora. Que habrá mostrado 5 segundos y se ha terminado ya seguro. No os jugaréis nada. No lo puedo creer. Empieza, por Dios.
Fully in engine.
Oh, fantástico. Nope. Hay que quitarle el sonido, que le den por culo. Cago en la puta EA. Vale, parece gameplay tal vez, espero. Sabe Dios lo que habrá pasado. Van a... Es precuela. Tiene pinta de precuela. Esto ya lo mostraron. Van a mostrar, parece que un poco más del mundo en sí mismo. De la política y más personajes seguramente secundarios, historias o algo así. Tal vez sea más grande el juego, espero. Más cinemático. Por favor, mostrar gameplay. Gameplay y una fecha.
The city is changing, and not for the better. Unless, of course, we stop it.
Come on, girl. Save us all.
23 de febrero. Un poco tarde, pero vale. Es reboot, no pueden hacer reboot, solo es un juego el que hay.
The New England Patriots select Rob Gronkowski, tight end, Arizona.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sean Grady, senior producer for Madden NFL.
Sean, that was a great example of how the New England Patriots drafted the right players in the right round and the right playmakers to build their current Super Bowl championship team. Hi everyone, I'm Robert Flores. I'm host of ESPN2's Fantasy Football Now. And spending time on the set all these years, I've learned two things. One, my hair looks great on the big screen, and that 40 million fantasy sports fans out there would say that their favorite part of playing fantasy football is the ability to draft their own team. Okay, well, we've got something really
Han puesto un puto tráiler que no ha mostrado absolutamente nada del juego en movimiento. Han dicho fecha, lo único. Del Mirror's Edge, callaos la puta boca. Han puesto... ¿Un minuto? ¿2 minutos? De un tráiler de Mirror's Edge. ¿Y vuelven con esto otra puta vez? Deportes, otra cosa, deportes, otra cosa, deportes, otra cosa. En fragmentos de 5 minutos o más. Lo primero, ya han mentido nada más empezar, que decían que en 50 minutos mostraban el otro juego. Decían lo de en 50 minutos van a mostrar el juego este de, joder, el Star Wars Battlefront. Ya han pasado más. Han pasado más tiempo. Ha pasado más de 1 hora desde que dijeron eso, creo. Deportes. Qué jodidamente interesante todo.
Turned down the best receiver in the league for my money, Calvin Johnson, so I'm pumped to have Megatron on my roster.
Okay, I'm a little surprised to see you leave J.J. Watt on the board from your Houston Texans.
They are my team.
But not a bad pick. All right, in this final round, legends all over the board here. We all love legends. What'd you decide?
Well, look, you got the obvious quarterback there, but you got a couple of Hall of Famers. You got Derek Brooks and John Randall, exceptional defenders. But in the end, I needed that quarterback, so I go Randall Cunningham. He's got the big arm and the perfect fit to throw that ball downfield to Megatron. So I went with Randall Cunningham.
Looks like a really solid draft there. A good team, if not a little lucky with that quarterback coming in the final round. Worked out well. All right, once you've nailed the draft, this is where Madden takes fantasy to another level. Instead of passively watching the guys you drafted play, you get to be the playmaker on the field. You play with your team solo or go online, challenge other players to see how your draft and your game stack up. And once you've completed your mini-season, you'll be back at the drafting board to start a whole new run, one quick experience, something you could frankly do in a night.
That is awesome. Very cool. I know where a lot of fantasy fans and fantasy football players this season will be spending their time.
All right, well, we couldn't agree more. Robert, we appreciate you being out here as the fantasy expert voice today. Let's give a big round of applause for Robert Flores.
This was outstanding. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it. Okay, today's NFL is a passing league. We've overhauled the entire passing game. Whether you're Odell Beckham Jr. making a gravity-defying
ya tendrán que poner el tráiler, o sea que
nada, playmakers dominate the passing game on both sides of the ball. So we focused on 3 key positions: quarterbacks, receivers, and defenders in coverage. Let's start with quarterback. New body relative throws give you the chance to lead your tall receivers high above a defender's reach. Or throw low on a curl route to wall off the defender, protecting both the ball and your receiver. As an example, if Russell Wilson would have used a body relative low throw to end the Super Bowl, we'd probably be referring to the Seahawks as the 2-time defending champ. Now, catches in the NFL never cease to amaze me. They're one of the most exciting and dynamic plays in any sport. As a receiver, you can now choose from one of 3 new catch types.
Me suda la polla. Voy a ir preparando el horario para el siguiente live stream. No lo puedo creer que estoy esperando a que empiece el de Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Tengo más ganas de que empiece el de Ubisoft que seguir viendo esto. Cago en su puta. A ver.
And I know what you're thinking. Now the game is all about offense. But don't worry, we didn't forget about defense. As a defender in coverage, going for the interception or swat can be risky. For the first time, now you'll have the ability to play the receiver instead of just the ball.
Y va a ser menos de en menos de 1 hora ya empieza el de Ubisoft. Ridículo. Es a las 12 en punto, ¿verdad?
NFL 16 is delivering tools so you can be the playmaker on the field as a quarterback, receiver, and defender in coverage. And with Draft Champions, you'll start your playmaker journey off the field in this exciting new fantasy-inspired mode. You'll have your first shot to prove you're the playmaker both on and off the field right here at E3, or for those of you at home when the game launches on August 25th.
Ubisoft empieza eventualmente.
Take a look at the official Madden 16 E3 trailer.
Every now and then, someone comes along.
Es absurdo, es lo peor. Las nuevas IPs, el muñeco de lana, el de los Minions. Si se le puede llamar una IP nueva. El tercero, quién sabe, pueden mostrar una sorpresa, yo qué sé. Pero es que todos los años lo mismo, todos los putos años lo mismo. O sea, el año que viene, cuando ya hayan sacado el Battlefront y ya hayan sacado el Mirror's Edge, ni voy a ver la de EA. ¿Por qué? ¿Para qué? No hay nada que me interese. Ya veré un tráiler de 5 minutos. Porque me estoy tragando 1 hora y media de deportes. Es un partido de fútbol. Me trago un partido de fútbol entero. Para ver 5 minutos no ha llegado. De algo interesante. Del... A ver si este dice algo.
You can be part of something special. This is one of those moments. In the past 2.5 years, we put some of EA's greatest talent and most advanced technology
Hemos puesto a los mejores de EA, los más talentosos y eso, seguramente Battlefront.
As we seek to create something that millions of fans around the world will love. The passion, creativity, and dedication come from our DICE studio in Stockholm.
DICE Star Wars Battlefront. Que sí, que Frostbite todo. Casi todos los juegos han usado Frostbite. Bien, ya lo sabíamos. Muéstrame cosas, por favor. Y luego no pongas algún otro deporte. ¿Qué más deportes pueden faltar? ¿Golf? ¿Cricket? ¿Petanca? Puede que incluso algún día realidad virtual puedan meter en el juego, pero por ahora nada. En unos momentos veréis las cosas del juego. ¿Por qué no ahora? Curling. Ajedrez extremo. Ya han puesto golf, me lo he perdido. Patear la lata. ¿Qué más deportes pueden poner después de esto? Acabarán poniendo alguno. Acabarán poniendo algún deporte. Vale, vamos a ver esto ya por fin.
I'm Sigurlína Ingvarsdóttir, and I have the awesome job of leading a talented, passionate team at DICE on Star Wars.
Está diciendo lo mismo que el otro.
Like many of you, I can't remember a time when Star Wars wasn't a part of my life. And one of my earliest memories is of seeing a dark, ominous being.
No puedo recordar ninguna parte de mi vida en la que Star Wars no fuera una parte de mi vida. ¿Qué me importa esto? ¿Quieren evocar un sentimiento para la gente que sea nostálgica con Star Wars? Después de toda la mierda de los deportes, ¿crees que estás a tiempo de hacer esto? No, has perdido tu oportunidad. ¿Sabes cuándo? Hace 50 minutos. Vamos a meter a los jugadores en un mundo visualmente impresionante. Esto ya lo han mostrado. Una puta espada láser, vale. Bien, X-Wing.
We will give you the chance to live out the Star Wars battle fantasies you've always dreamed of, and we can't wait to see all of the new memories.
In-game, no me pongas imágenes.
A
No me
variety
pongo
of
así.
multiplayer modes that range from large-scale battles between 40 players all the way
Tienen
down to
que
8-player
mostrar
modes that
el
deliver a
juego en
more
movimiento.
intimate experience between squads
Tienen.
of rebel and imperial soldiers.
Tienen que mostrar el juego en
Have you ever
movimiento.
wanted to fly an X-wing?
No pueden
Soaring
hacer
above
esto.
the skies, skimming the
Por
rings
esta
of
música hace la
battle
película está copyrightada.
while you
Gracias.
dogfight against a squad of TIE fighters? Or have you fantasized about being one of the most iconic heroes or
Fantasearás con
villains
ser
in the
uno de
Star
los
Wars
héroes
universe?
más icónicos. Podías manejarlo en los primeros, da igual.
And using the Force,
Muéstrame el
being
juego.
the boss of a multiplayer match and single-handedly turning the tide of an epic Star Wars battle. And if you're not in the mood for multiplayer, we have Star Wars Battlefront missions where you can jump
Han
in
puesto
and
al
play
capitán
against
este.
AI, alone or with a friend, including split-screen co-op and
Si estos
one-on-one
gráficos son los de verdad, pues
Now, it's
tiene buena
been 2
pinta.
months since we revealed Star Wars Battlefront,
Mostrármelo.
and we've been amazed by the response. But if there's one thing that's come through loud and clear, is that you want to see gameplay. So
Oh,
that's what
o sea,
we
hay un
want
mensaje
to
que nos
do
ha llegado
right now.
alto y claro, que es que queréis ver gameplay. Pues ponerlo antes. ¡Ponerlo antes! No metéis el puto relleno para cabrear al puto personal. Esto es una imagen, no es gameplay. No es gameplay.
This mode was inspired by the Battle of Hoth from The Empire Strikes Back. As the Empire, you must escort 88
Siguen
warriors towards the
siendo...
rebel base to destroy it. And as the rebels, you must do everything you can to stop them. And while you will see a lot
Cago en
of
tu
things that
puta
remind
madre,
you
EA.
of that iconic battle, when you play the game your way, anything is possible.
Esta batalla está inspirada en la batalla del Hoth, era el de la nieve. Pues sí, ya lo sabemos. Muestra la batalla y mostráis lo de dar las putas vueltas alrededor de las AT-AT, ya lo sé. Todos los putos juegos de Star Wars lo han hecho. Muéstrame el puto juego, gracias. Después de 1 hora y media paso. Dice que esto es capturado de la Play 4, ya veremos si es verdad, puede serlo. La calidad del vídeo no es muy buena, no se distinguen muy bien los gráficos. No pinta mal, supongo. Vamos a verlo ahora sí de verdad. ¿Cómo han llegado hasta aquí estos ya? Esto no es tu base. ¿Y cuántos jugadores dijeron que tenía de límite? Porque no eran muchos, se supone. Están viajando todos en grupo. Esto está preparado. Porque van todos en grupo y por lo visto no hay mucho límite de jugadores. Es un poco cinemático. Es totalmente cinemático. Ojalá sea esto, no un fragmento. Simplemente, si las batallas son así de grandes, aunque se supone que va a haber poca gente, puede estar bien, o sea, se mueve bien, los gráficos parecen decentes. Es un ballet, ya digo, como todos los trailers de la de Microsoft. Para ser la versión de Play 4 no tiene mala pinta, algo de aliasing se nota de fondo, pero el trailer tiene demasiada poca calidad para poder diferenciar las cosas. Ah, jetpack. No sé, no tiene mala pinta. Pues ya después de lo de los deportes, que sabré yo. Ya se me ha nublado la mente. Por cierto, se supone que no se puede manejar a estos, o sea que... Se puede, o sea, se puede manejar, pero se puede disparar, pero no se puede andar. Ahora que lo veo, el escenario parece más pequeño de lo que es. No me digo. Otra vez no. No podía vivir sin un poco más de publicidad. Joder. Para cuando quiera volver, seguro que de repente apareció algún deporte más nuevo de la espesura. Joder, EA, joder. Y actualizaréis, saldrá más publicidad. Joder, se tiene que petar justo. De hecho, no soy el único que se le ha petado. Todo el chat de Twitch/Twitch está quejándose, básicamente. ¿D2? ¿Les están haciendo un D2, dicen? Bueno, la gente puede estarlo flipando en el chat. No, tampoco me voy a fiar. ¿Algún deporte de repente? De repente habrá salido Pelé otra vez y estará bailando claquet o algo así en el escenario mientras juegan al Madden o alguna historia similar, totalmente porque sí. ¿Sabes qué puede faltar? El de hostias. Creo que era de EA también. El de boxeo, ¿no tienen uno de boxeo? Es un deporte técnicamente. Creo que hemos visto la mayoría del gameplay de todas formas. Illuminati confirmados, madre mía. UFC sí es de EA, ¿no? Final Champion no sé cómo se llamaban. Pero tenían de boxeo, ¿no? Aún puede que lo muestren. Hundir la flota con Frostbite. Ya digo, unas bochas, petanca. ¿Por qué no? Oh, Dios. No, pero es que se ha caído el... Yo creo que ha terminado. Suponemos que ha terminado. Lo voy a poner en pantalla completa y que si quiere ir, que vaya. Y si no quiere ir, que no vaya. Ya digo, no puedo meterme al de YouTube o algo a ver si funciona. ¿Puedo meterme al... Ah, espérate un momento. Ups. Mis queridas ofertas de... A ver si este de EA funciona. No puede... La gente está diciendo que se vaya al de YouTube y yo no puedo... Si quiero hacer el co-stream, tengo que mostrar el suyo. El de Twitch. Si no me pueden joder. Partir árboles. Pueden hacer deporte de cortar árboles en plan vasco. Ya digo, no puedo entrar en ningún otro que no sea el propio de Twitch. Y ahí me han jodido. ¿Ha terminado? ¿Alguien que lo está viendo en otra parte ha terminado el live stream? Por no perder el tiempo. ¿Qué más puede mostrar? Queda media hora para el de Ubisoft. Tiene que estar terminando. Sí que ha terminado, pues ha terminado mejor. Fabuloso. El vencedor. Literalmente, el vencedor. Como sigan descendiendo la calidad de los live streams, estamos jodidos. O sea, Bethesda, Microsoft, EA, como siga para abajo la hemos liado, parda. Queda media hora para el de Ubisoft. Estoy molido. Estoy hundido física y espiritualmente. Este no ha sido normal. Cago en su puta madre. Con los deportes. Y el de Ubisoft no va a ser mejor. El de Ubisoft no espero nada. O sea, no hay nada que me llame la atención de Ubisoft. Cero. Mass Effect, pero es que no han mostrado juego de Mass Effect. Hay cero que me interese de Ubisoft. ¿Qué cojones hago? O sea... Ojalá sorprendan. Van a mostrar a los putos conejos estos asquerosos que dan ganas de meterles una paliza, machos. Odio a esos personajes. Y sabe Dios qué resto de... ¿Qué más pueden mostrar? Madre mía, qué liada. Resumen del DEA. Esto se ha petado. Resumen del DEA. Vamos a hacer un resumen del DEA. Este es el resumen de la conferencia de Electronic Arts. Vamos a ponerlo más alto. Me da igual. Yo he acertado con lo que dije, lo sabía. Sports. Yo eso es lo que he visto hoy.